God, I don't know if anyone's ever been in a situation that I've just got myself into, but I've got to hope that you haven't, because it's pretty terrible. As you can see, this house is it's pigsty. Obviously, the people who live here are very messy. Now, apparently, I'm one of those people, right? But I don't know that I live here. I don't believe that I live here. I've never seen this place before. I'm thinking somebody's sort of done a switch, you know, like they've alienated me in the night, or done some sort of, put some sort of chemicals into my drink, and then they've gone, oh, her place looks nice and tidy and clean and really nice, and then they've just come over and picked me up and switched me, and I woke up this morning in this other bed, and I was sort of freaking out, going, oh God, you know, look at that wallpaper, it looks disgusting, get me out of here, you know. And then I was sort of freaking out, and I turned to my left, and there's this guy there. I'm totally freaking out. I'm like, oh my God. I look down. Do I have clothes on? Yes, thank goodness. But really, it's just this sort of silly nighty thing. Anything could have got under there. There's no protection or anything. And I'm sort of freaking out, and I am looking over at him thinking, oh God, I just got to get out of here. Obviously I've cheated on Ron, and I don't want Ron to know about it, okay? Because, you know, final exams at uni are a big deal, and he's really freaking out about it. But look, I don't even understand what happens. I'm about to creep out of the bed, and this guy grabs my arm, just grabs it, like, you know, attack, you know. I start sort of going, oh, I had a bit of a jump, and he's like, darling, where are you going? Now that's pretty weird, right, to call someone darling you just had a one night stand with, unless you're one of those really darling people who calls everybody darling. Anyway, that's another story. I look at him, I'm like, sorry, do I know you? And he's like, starts laughing. He starts laughing, and at this point I'm freaking out. I'm thinking, okay, why are you laughing? And he's like, honey, he calls me honey. He's like an American, you know, honey, what are you doing? And I'm looking at him going, I'm sorry, I don't know you. Why are you calling me honey? Can you please tell me? Are you crazy or something? And then he just starts laughing, and he grabs me, and then he just sort of kisses me, and I was like, whoa, that was pretty exciting. And then I was like, oh my God, get off me. Who the hell are you? Is this some kind of invasion? I checked for cameras, you know, in case I was in one of those reality shows, like a punk thing, like one of my friends at uni might have, you know, signed me up for it or something. But no, nothing. It's all like totally normal, supposedly normal, even though it's weird. And then he starts sort of touching my arm, and I was like, oh, that's pretty exciting, you know. And then I was like, what am I doing? But I got to tell you, he was fit. He was really good looking. So, you know, you can imagine, it was a bit confusing. And then well, you know, some things happened which were very confusing to me. I mean, kind of enjoyable, but, you know, well. Anyway, at the end of that, I was like, okay, right, great, don't tell Ron. He keeps laughing, like, why are you bringing Ron into this? I'm like, you know Ron? He's like, of course I know Ron. And I've seen pictures of him, and I'm thinking, when did I show him pictures of him? And I'm like, I just got to get out here. Go down, and I start going out into the street with my bag, and he comes running up, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, you know, I've got to get out of this house, plus I've seen that there's some women's clothes around. You know, obviously you've cheated as well, let's just call it the end. And he grabs me, and he's like, Lucinda, what is wrong with you? Come inside. And then I'm thinking, okay, I'll go inside for a minute, just because I didn't want to have a scene outside or anything. And then there are all these pictures. He starts showing me pictures of me, except I don't look quite as good as I imagine myself to, which is weird. And he tells me I'm his wife. So that was pretty freaky. And then I was basically going, oh my God, I could get out of here, this guy's crazy. And these children run out and call me mummy. Can you imagine? And the thing is, I'm thinking, God, did they make all this mess? Who are these kids? What the hell's going on? And then I basically fainted. So I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping I'm going to be working it out soon. Apparently I've had some kind of memory lapse or something, but I remember everything else. And then there's this guy, you know, he's sort of having a bit of a play with me or something. I don't really know, but it's freaking me out. More, I'll have to fill you in more when I know more. I'm finding out as we go.